Hi, good morning everyone. You're very welcome again to my Pilates class. It's lovely to have you with me, and I hope you've all had a great week since I've seen you last. So we may be using some equipment today. So just if you have a resistance band that you could use, you could have that handy in case we need that to assist us. Or if you don't have a resistance band, even the cord of your dressing gown, the tie of your dressing gown is useful. You could even use a long piece of clothing or a few tea towels tied together, just something to give you a little bit of a resistance if you need so. Also, I have a little Pilates ball here with me today. I don't expect that you may or may not have one of these, but even if you have a block, and if you don't have a block, you might even want to have a shoebox, for example, that you could use to help with alignment, or even an orange or an apple or an avocado or an Easter egg, just something that you could maybe hold to help you with your alignment from time to time, and just have those little items handy. So if you're watching me live, I'll give you a few moments to get that set up and maybe go and find those. If you haven't seen my little promo during the week, to say that. And if you're watching me on catch up, you can just pause, okay? So thanks again for joining me again on another lovely Tuesday morning. And my name is Julie. If you've never done Pilates with me before, you're very welcome as well. And I hope that you enjoy this time and you feel that you are improving your mobility, your flexibility, your strength in your core, but in your whole body and in your mental health as well. So if we just want to think of our Pilates posture, our alignment, our breathing and our core. So just remember, I'll turn to the side so you can see me. We're drawing our shoulders back and down, tucking them into our back pockets. We're thinking of letting our hip bones, our headlights shining forward. And then we want to tuck that tailbone down and under and draw the belly button back towards the spine. Our feet are planted and we're grounded through the big toe, baby toe, the heel. The weight is evenly distributed through the feet. Our knees are soft and we're zipping up that core. So you're really thinking of the connection, those ribs down towards your hips, thinking of the intercostal muscles, really keeping everything very focused. And that's going to help us with our balance and help us to maintain that posture. So if you just want to bring your hands up to your shoulders and just think of circling those elbows just away from the midline of the body in an anti-clockwise direction. And we're just mobilizing the shoulder joint and also the elbow joint as we do this. And then you can bring those elbows forward as you change direction, bringing them in a clockwise direction, just feeling the difference in your muscles, in your shoulder girdle, in your joints as you change direction. Excellent. And then I just want you to take those arms, oops, if you've got a wall you might need to go past it, just extend those arms out to the side of the body, okay? And then bring them back onto those shoulders. So this is just lengthening through the fingers, and as you do this, just open your chest. You may want to squeeze those shoulder blades back and down slightly more as you open, and see how that feels. Now holding this one, the palms of the hands are shining up towards the sky, and then I want you just to rotate them the other way. So the thumb is shining down and then bring it back. So we're working internal rotation of that arm as you rotate your palms up to center, up to the sky, and then rotate them down and then to the side. So you'll notice as you turn those hands from an upward position to a downward, and then rotating the thumb down. You'll really feel that on the back of those triceps and on the front of the arms. Breathing out. So remember, you're breathing out on the effort, and just hold this one here. Feel the backs of the arms, feel those muscles. That means they're working. If you feel a little burning sensation, a working warmth, and then bring them back again. Now I want you then to think of drawing those arms in front of you as if you're hugging a ball. Just bring your gaze down towards the floor, just mobilizing into our neck, and draw those shoulder blades forward. So you're protracting your shoulder blades forward, and then open your arms, bring the hands round to the base of the spine and squeeze those shoulder blades together. So you're just thinking of working into those shoulders and into your chest. And then if you just want to let that flow, so we're just scooping the belly up and under, a nice stable hips and pelvis. Draw your arms round towards each other, looking down towards your feet, mobilizing the neck, and then draw the hands in the opposite direction and retract the shoulders back. This time not connecting the hands, but just squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other. And we'll just continue, and this time I want you to really arch up, really draw with each one. You're mobilizing into the upper shoulders, the mid back, the upper back, and I want you to just hold that position, arching up into your standing cat stretch, and then open your chest and squeeze those shoulder blades together. Breathing out, let's do one more as you fold forwards, and then bring it back. Excellent. So now you want to maybe pick up your ball or your block, or even if you have a shoe, you could hold a shoe in your hand, just really to think of the alignment of those parallel arms. So if you do have a block or a shoe or a Easter egg box, anything at all, just to help you focus on the alignment of those shoulders. So we're going to focus on drawing the arms up, shoulder height, you can't see me, peekaboo, and draw them back down. So you're just lifting and lowering those arms. And then, if you wish, as you lift those arms up, you can squat down. So just draw the tailbone behind you. And then staying in this seated chair position, we're going to raise the arms up. So you're drawing the biceps up to the ears, keeping in this position, really engaging into those bottom bones, squeezing your glutes, your bottom muscles backwards, a nice flat back, so tummy is drawn up to the spine, and we're just lifting and lowering those arms, keeping a nice neutral position with the neck, staying in this chair position. Now if you wish to lift those heels up and hold the arms, lengthening up through the fingers, balancing, incorporating the balance, really mobilizing and warming up those ankle joints now. And just slightly lower those bottoms, and then lifting up, breathing out as you ascend, breathing in as you descend, really feeling the front of these quads as well as the calves and the ankles. And release, just bring it down. You might want to just take your neck to one side, roll through center, and the other side. Just release any tension you may have felt. And then just take one ankle, and you can just circle the toe on the floor, mobilize your ankle one direction and the other, and then change over, other side. And then I want you to take those arms out wide again to the side of the body. Now I want you to really focus on keeping your hips shining forward, really stabilizing your core, and draw one hand across the front of the body, catch your ball and then open your chest. So just continue, bring the hands into center, grabbing your little ball, your block, whatever it is you have with you, and breathing out as you extend those arms. So as always in our Pilates, I like to start at the top of the body, mobilizing the neck, the shoulders, the elbows, and working our way down, getting full body workout of the arms, chest, the backs, the legs, the bottoms, and of course the core is central to all of these movements. So your arms may be beginning to feel slightly heavy at this point. Now I want you to hold this arm here and just take your ball and turn your palm up on this side and just lift over. So you're really working into those obliques. I'll move over, I keep hitting the eaves in my house here. So you're reaching your ball over to the side, so you're getting a lovely stretch up the side of the body and then bringing it back and straightening out. I'm going to move forward so don't hit those. So you're just drawing up, arching over. Tell you what, I'll do this without my ball, and you're thinking of having your arm still. So one arm is staying stationary and you're just side bending over. You can bring those feet, as I have, together so that the inside of the feet are meeting, and that's going to challenge your balance. Or if you find that too challenging, you can just separate those legs. And one more, and just hold it here, really breathing into the side of the body. Feel the muscles relaxing, feel the length of the spine, those obliques, and then coming up. And we'll just continue with the other side. So this arm is staying steady, and I'm showing you this with apparatus and without. Breathing out. So it's as if you're between two panes of glass. You're just reaching over. And one more, just holding it over here. And just take yourself a little bit further as you feel the side of the body releasing, your muscles lengthening, and come back up. Excellent, well done. So I want you then just to think of coming to the end of your mat, and we're going to come into our roll down. So just rounding into the top of the body, arching up, remember, as if we're falling over a fence, and we're just coming down, lengthening the end of the spine, and just let your arms be weightless. So the crown of the head is now shining down. You're getting a lovely big stretch on the backs of these legs, and just bring your elbows into your hands and just let your body weight rock forward and back, and just feel the fill of that spine releasing. And breathe. And if you want, you can just rock your body from side to side, just releasing a little bit more into those shoulders. And release. Just bend your knees, bring your hands down to the floor as well. And then just bring yourself onto your 4-point kneeling position. And then we're just going to complete in our cat stretch again, arching up into the back of the body, head coming down, and then take it the other way and draw the belly to the floor and the gaze out. And we'll just do one more, reaching up and then taking the gaze the opposite way. So we're going to come back into a nice neutral spine, nice flat back. Imagine a glass of water on your back. And I want you to think of just reaching up one side of the body and we're just going to thread it under and through, and just bring your shoulder down towards the floor. So you're really working into your spinal mobility here, and your waist, of course, and you're also strengthening the arm that you're leaning on. So as you reach up towards the sky, just draw that arm underneath, and you'll feel those muscles that are not moving supporting you as well. Release. Now if you wish, on this next one you can bring that shoulder to the ground, and if you want to extend the top arm, so this is our threading the needle movement, but we can bring a little balance if you want to. Come up onto one knee, or draw, really opening the other shoulder. You can draw that behind you, and then bringing it back round, plant your hand down, bring your knee in, and just push yourself up. And let's just draw the arms, both arms forwards, keeping your chest down to the floor, your bottom up high. Get a nice stretch into the back of the body here. And then draw your hands back, and we'll work into the other side. So you're just going to take the other arm up to the sky, fingers up vertically, and the gaze of the eyes follows the fingers, and then as you draw the arm through, bringing the shoulder down towards the floor. Breathing out as you draw the arm through, breathing in and breathing out. And just think of each movement as you feel the shoulders, the back, the waist. When you feel you're starting to release a little bit more, you can try to mobilize that shoulder more by bringing it down. Again, if you wish to extend the top arm or wrap it around the back of the body, lift one leg off the floor, and just really using your core to assist you in your balance, your powerhouse for every movement in your Pilates. Excellent. And bring that knee in, release the arm, and just bring yourself down and onto your tummy. Okay, so lying on the floor, we want to think of drawing that belly button off the floor as if you have a little block of ice. Perhaps in these hot days you wish you did have a little block of ice under your belly. So you're disengaging the buttocks, the glutes, you're disengaging the legs. We want to focus on back strengthening here, and we're thinking of those hip bones nice and stable, so a stable pelvis, stable hips onto the floor. Okay, and I want you to think of taking those arms out to the side of the body, so parallel with your shoulders. Now I'm facing you so you can see me, but I'm going to bring my head into a neutral position, so my forehead is on the floor. The palms of the fingers and the palms of the hands are flattened down. My shoulders are away from my ears, and my back is in a neutral Pilates position. I'm going to think of lifting those arms off the floor, squeezing those shoulder blades, and then bring them down. Now you can hover them off the floor, or you can set them back down depending on your range of mobility and how you feel. So you're really going to be working into the upper shoulders and upper back, into the cervical spine. And if you wish and you've no back pain, you may want to, on this next one, lift the head up, keep the gaze of the eyes forward, and then draw the arms down towards the floor, but keep the chest lifted. Keep the neck in line with the spine, and just lifting and lowering these arms. The toes are on the floor, the toes are pointed, the lower body is just stabilizing you, and you really feel this into those shoulders. Now holding this up, you can draw those arms behind you, coming into our Pilates dart position, and the palms face up as you squeeze those shoulders a little bit further and lift your chest up a little bit more. And this time as you come down, lowering your chest, you can just bring those arms right up in front of you. We'll wiggle down. Really not going to do my class in this room again. And your arms are out in front of you. So our full dart position, we're just thinking of lifting those arms up off the floor, parallel to the ears, taking them round behind the back of the body. Palms turn up as we lift a little bit more. Those feet want to lift, but keeping them grounded on the floor. So you're really working more now down into the midsection of the back, the lower lumbar spine as well. And then draw those arms back down as you come back. So we'll do that one more time. Really strong work on the back. Squeezing the shoulders together. Lift your chest a little bit more. Hold. And release. Well done. Just bring your hands beside. Push yourself up. And just come back up into that cat stretch. Arching up. Releasing the neck down towards the spine. And then coming down onto the side of the body. Excellent. Okay, so we're now on the side of the body. And I want you to think, if you have your resistance band or you have your dressing gown cord, you may wish to use that to assist you. So when we're on the side of our body, remember, elbow is below our shoulder. We have no slouching in the shoulders, so we've got a nice taut neck lifting up. If that's not comfortable, you can take a little block or a pillow or a towel and just put it underneath the nape of the neck. But we're thinking of a lovely long line from the toes, the fingers, the whole of the body, and we want to make sure that we're not rocking back onto our hip bones or that we're tilting forward. So we want to think of stabilizing the body, keeping everything, no rocking and rolling in the hips, a nice stable core. Let's just enjoy that stretch. First of all, taking the arm up overhead and just really lengthening the whole of the body. And then bringing it back down. Okay, so I'd like to think of lifting the toe up, and we're going to think of bringing it in front of the body. Now you can use your hand like me, bring it round and then drawing it to the back of the body, but really think of keeping the stability in these hips. So we're drawing a single leg circle, working the whole of the body, coming right the way round, working into this hip flexor, the hip socket, the ball and socket here, and you're just pointing the toe and circling slightly in front of the body and slightly behind. So we could do this wildly with a big circle, but you can see my hips are rocking and rolling. And this is where, if you wish, you can place the band underneath your foot and bring that in to assist you if you wish. You can point the toe, and if you do feel that you're unstable, you can bend the bottom leg. So we're just drawing a little circle, and if you want to add resistance, just to increase the strength of those muscles, you can just bring your band round the sole of the foot, and that can assist you. So lots of options, lots of modifications. You can just draw the leg round and in front of the body and release. So take your band off this time, and I want you to bend. So you can either have the lower leg still long, or you can bend the lower leg for more stability. You can bring the hand in front of the body, and we're just going to think of circling at the hip and the knee. So a similar movement, but this time with the foot behind the body and the knee shining forward so that the side of your thigh is shining up towards the sky. And I want you to hold this, flex the foot and just draw the heel behind you and squeeze. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now can we take it up, shine this shin to the side and then hovering it back. So if this is not comfortable lying down, you may wish to come up onto that elbow and we're just opening into our fire hydrant movement. This can be done, of course, in a 4-point kneeling position as well. And we're having the sole of the foot facing behind us, hinging at the hip, front of the thigh is forward, and the two knees are not meeting. So you're really working into this bottom, into your back, and into your leg. Now hold this one up, straighten the leg, and draw the heel to the bottom. Straighten and bend, straighten and bend. Excellent, well done. Little hamstring curl into the bottom. Now hold this one out and turn the toe down so that you're changing the position of the foot, and we're just going to lift and lower so the heel is shining up to the sky, the toe is shining down. 3, 2, 1 and release. Just draw that forward and give yourself a little rub. And then we're going to lift the lower leg off the floor. The mobility will be very limited because of our top leg, and we're just lifting and lowering. Breathing out as you lift and as you lower. Really working the inside of the thigh now. And hold, point and flex your foot. Point and flex, point and flex. Well done. So just bring your hand in front and just bring yourself up into a seated position so that we're balancing on our bottom bones, okay? So we're going to be thinking now of lifting the toes off the floor. The feet are squeezed together, the knees are squeezed together. I'll turn to the side so you can see me. So we're really using our core for balance. Now you can keep the feet on the floor if you wish, and either using your ball or your block just to really give you something to work on, moving around, working into the waist, turning one side, coming to center and twisting to the other side. So our little waist twist, taking our body to one side and then to the other side. Now if you wish to lift the toes off the floor, squeeze the knees together. That's going to challenge your core a little bit more. You don't need to use the ball, you can press the hands together. And if you press the hands together in prayer position, that's going to be a static contraction working into those arms. You might prefer that movement, drawing the elbow down to one side, bringing it back to center and down to the other side. So this may be more challenging for you without the ball, and you can just rotate from side to side, working into the core, the lower abs as well. Now if you want to lengthen those legs so that you've got your shins shining up, you're going to feel that more into the core, taking your body back a little bit more as well. And one more, and release. So just bring the body back to the floor. And I want you to think of drawing the shoulder blades into the back of the mat, separate your feet, and then engaging the lower spine, the lower back with the mat as well. So we're thinking then of lengthening the legs. Take a full body stretch, fingers and toes away, and breathe. Just feel the whole of the body relaxing. And then draw yourself up. And then you can bring your knees one in towards the other, just into that tabletop position. So your knees are just slightly in front of your hips. The shins are shining up. And I want you to think then, if you wish, you can take your arms up into the same position. So tabletop with your forearm as well. And we're going to open the legs and open the arms. So in our little dead bug position, we're drawing the elbows in together to meet, hovering them in the L shape towards the floor, and just working more into those inner thighs. Now, of course, if you wish to extend the legs and even have a straight leg, you're going to work a little bit more into those abdominals because you're lengthening the levers. And of course, the lower you take them to the floor, the more you'll feel that. So you can keep your knees soft if you wish, keeping them bent. Now think of taking your arms overhead towards the floor and your toes, and then crunching the knees and the elbows towards each other. And if you wish to challenge yourself further, you can draw the chin into the chest, pointing your tippy toes away, squeezing in, extending out. 3, 2, 1, and hold. Lift a little bit more, squeezing a little bit more in. Excellent. And then when you're here, lengthen one leg out and just grab underneath the side of one thigh and one calf, and just lengthen the other leg out into your single leg stretch. So you're rounding the chest in and you're just extending one knee in and letting the other one come down towards the floor. So you're just breathing out as you extend into our single leg stretch. Feel the breath, and you're just holding it in for a count of 2 and out. In for 2 and out. Lovely, well done. In. You're doing brilliantly. I forgot to say that. I do know you're doing amazingly. It's not been as difficult today, I don't think. We will perhaps have good days and bad days. We'll feel stronger than others. And then if you wish, draw both knees in and you can come into your double leg stretch. Now, of course, you can bring your head back down to the floor and just take your legs out and then back in. Or curl your chin to your chest, take the legs out. Now hands can stay down. You can have your hands to the back of the head. You can have your hands behind you. Arms parallel to the head. And if you want, just bring them round. Draw the knees in. And as you take, breathing out, this is our double leg stretch. And hold this one out. And bring the knees into the chest. Drop the head down to the floor. And just lengthen one leg along the floor. Hug the other knee into your chest. You can let that arm come out to the side. Draw your hand across the outside of the thigh. You can let the leg lengthen out. And then other side, let that leg drop. Bring your knee into your chest. Grab the outside. Take your arm out to the side and just let that leg cross over the body. Just give yourself a little stretch. And then letting one leg stay connected with the floor, lengthen the other leg up so you've got perpendicular a nice 90-degree angle between. Now if that's not comfortable, of course you can bend that leg, but if you can, stretch it out and then round your chin into your chest, and we're just going to walk up the leg towards the ankle. So we're really improving the flexibility of the hamstring. And we're walking our hands up, and then you can walk your hands back down the tree and to the floor again. So using your core and your arm strength to work up. Now don't worry if you can't get your leg completely straight. Everybody's flexibility is different. And walking up. Now holding this one here, I want you to think of changing legs. Now we'll walk our way up to the top of this leg. If you can grab your toe, ring the bell if you can, and then work your way back down again. Breathing out, breathing in as you travel up. And again, this leg can be bent if you need to. And another option, of course, is to put our band underneath our foot, and you can just use the hands to work your way up and bring your chest in if you need that as well. Remember, lots of options depending on your Pilates experience. Now we're just going to use the breath. We're going to hold it in for 2 and out. So really floating the legs. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in for 2, out. Scissoring the legs. 3, 2, 1, and release. Roll yourself up and just stretch your spine forward. Grab the soles of the feet and reach forward. Feel the body lengthen. And then we're thinking, hopefully, of drawing the body down to the side, and we'll complete those other movements on the other side of the body. So remember, you may want to use your band for our circle. You may want to have the block underneath your head or supporting your body. The body is long, either with the full leg or the under leg is bent. We're thinking of keeping this stable core section, our powerhouse. We're not wanting to rock forward or back, so lovely stability in the core. Just draw the leg in front of the body slightly and just circling it round behind the back of the body. So you'll always feel tighter on one side than the other. You may feel more wobbly on one side than the other. So just make any adjustments you need to for your own stability, maybe bringing your hand in front of the body. Let's change direction. And keep thinking of the position of the neck, the position of the shoulder. Remember, we don't want to be compromising our core, so keep everything nice and strong. Now, keeping your knee separated from the other knee. The sole of the foot is flat. We're just going to draw the heel back, really working into that bottom, lower spine, the back of the leg. And hold it here. Now shining up, draw that. Of course you can bring this hand up here. We're just thinking of hinging at the hip, really working the outside and the inside of those legs. Excellent. And one more. And extend the heel away. Curl it up towards your bottom. Extend. Brilliant. And then our next movement is when we have our toe facing down. I'm just going to pulse the heel up towards the sky. Feel when you adjust the position of the foot, either to neutral or pointing down or protracting up to the sky. Just feel the different muscles engaging. And bring it in front of the body, give it a little massage, lengthen the leg out, and we're just going to lift and lower that under leg. Keep lifting out of the waist. Keep smiling to yourself. This is fantastic start to your day, or maybe you're doing this class at night or in the afternoon. Maybe you're doing it with your family. But however you are, this is great for you, the whole of your body. Excellent. And one more. Hold it here. And let it come down. Brilliant, well done. Just take that body right down. Take a full stretch. Holding here. Feel the full length of the body. And we're just going to roll back onto your tummy. Just take a stretch. And just bring your hands in. Just bring yourself up. Take yourself back into your child's pose stretch. And just take your hands over to the right hand side or to the left and place them one on top of the other, and just draw your hip bones over towards the opposite heel, giving a lovely stretch into the side of that body. And then change over, take both hands over to the other side and take your hip down in the opposite direction. And release. Excellent. Just bring your hands to the side of you, push yourself up to your knees, and then bring one foot in front. You may need your hands to stabilize you, and then just bring the other foot in as well, and then soften the knees and slowly come up through your full body stretch, and just circle those shoulders back and away from the body. You can take those feet out wide into your wide plie and just shift the weight from side to side. Just remobilizing those knee joints, those ankle joints. And let's bring the arms into play. Just bring them up and over the top and down the other side. So just windmilling the arms up in a full circle. Now you can bend the knees in the center, breathing out, and change direction, remobilizing those wrists, those shoulders, and release. Just walk your little feet in, draw your hands out in front. You can keep your knees soft and just looking down. Take your hands up, full body stretch. Bring those hands round behind, just squeezing those shoulder blades together. Excellent. And then just take one last breath in. And release. Thank you so much for joining me this morning, and I hope to see you next Tuesday morning again at 10 o'clock. Look after yourself, stay safe, stay at home, and keep smiling. Thank you.